Hello all you hardcores out there, how you doing? It's Steve from Porky's Corner. The biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here nobody dare say. Although I do. And some of my guests do and some don't. Right, before we start, competition. Who is the white buffalo? Alright, answers on a postcard, porkycorner@mail.com. And you'll get a signed t-shirt from a future world champion. I can't tell you who, but email me if you know who the white buffalo is, and the first person that sends it the answer, you'll get a t-shirt in post. Alright, there you go. Right, here we go. Alright, let me just clear up the Zoom talk. Don't need any more people to do Zooms now, so if you've emailed in, you'll have sent your phone number and you'll be in my phone. Alright, it's as simple as that. The books are now closed, so I've got more than enough people, and the last thing I need to be doing is answering email after email after email with absolute messers who can't work their Zooms. But if you've been in touch and you've messed up on your Zooms, or you don't know how to work it, I suggest you practice, alright? Because I give everybody one chance, but I don't need to be messed about, alright? So there you go, I'm not being awkward or anything, because I don't have the time, alright? But I give everybody one chance. Right, here we go. All this AJ and Wilder talk at the moment, what is it? Well, if we back up to April 2017, Eddie Hills, the 6-0 Iceman from Billericay, 4 by way of, but we haven't got any footage. Yet his dad's had a production company 40 odd year. No footage of his only son having his amateur bouts. Right. Wilder were flown over first class. He stayed at the Hilton at Wembley, Hilton International, and he was a pundit ringside, paid very well by Sky. He was fighting the winner of Vladimir against AJ. AJ had a life and death, went down in his career for the first time, and they swerved it. Since then he's been down a further 8 times in record books, should be 9 because Dubois dropped him and the referee didn't give it as him being dropped, so he's been down what, 9-10 times in his career. They've stayed away from Wilder. So why do we have to put up with that fight now? Well, it's simple, isn't it? Wilder's shot to pieces, isn't he? And AJ's, he's shot, maybe not as shot as Wilder, but he's getting there, isn't he? So, okie dokie. I don't want to see that fight, but if we have to see it, we'll watch it, won't we? But boxing fans need to start voting with their feet. These fights should have been happened years ago. It's 8 years since Vladimir against Joshua. 8 year in April. So, and they still haven't fought, have they? And Fury and Joshua still haven't fought, because the promoters have kept them going around the outside, filling the books, and then they think they're just going to meet at end and we're all going to fall for it. How fantastic are these people, don't you think? They really love boxing fans, don't they? Time and time again, we're fed narratives on a daily basis. It stinks. It stinks, doesn't it? As much as the gad's armpits. That's how I look at it. These promoters, they just don't care for boxing fans, do they? They don't care at all. So, but these YouTubers that have got access, they'll all know about Wilder being next, you know, for AJ if he beats Vladimir. They all knew, or they all know what was said. But if they do make that fight, AJ against Wilder, will any of these YouTubers put it on the powers that be about why the fight didn't happen 8 years ago? I mean, why we had to wait this long? While they've mopped up hundreds of millions of pounds, these lot, hundreds of millions of pounds. That's what they've been mopping up. And taking the piss out of boxing fans. And enough's enough, innit, really? Enough's enough. But like I said, these YouTubers, all they are is PR merchants for these guys. I mean, I don't see any of these YouTubers putting it on Bricktop constantly about the Dennis McCann drug issue. Did any of you lot see that? I don't see that. I don't see that at all. Can I just give a big shout out to Paul from Kent, who got me this a few years ago, that, so I've still got it, lad. The Usyk hoodie. So, okie dokie. AJ Wilder Fury, Usyk. All need to jog on now, don't they? Usyk's 39 next birthday. AJ and Wilder shot to bits. Fury can't pull trigger, can he? Because he can't get out of the way for what's coming back. His legs have gone. I always knew when his legs had gone he'd be vulnerable, Fury, and the longer he's out at game, the worse it's getting, innit? Because you're not telling me he's looking after himself at the moment, is he? Not on your Nelly. Chisora's in his 40s, Pulev's in his 40s, Dylan White pushing 37. You know, they're not going to win world titles, are they, them lot? Pulev's got a regular, but he was gifted it, wasn't he, really? But this lot, they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going anywhere whatsoever. That's just the nature of the beast, I'm afraid, isn't it, really? They're not going anywhere. They're not going to leave the sport and let the next lot come through. Alright? The IBF WBO confusion, I keep seeing different things on different websites. People who are respected saying the IBF, if Parker wins, are going to strip him, and the WBO are going to strip him if he fights in the IBF. It's all confusing, isn't it? This is why we need one governing body. One. And maybe this Ring magazine being bought by Turkey off Oscar De La Hoya, maybe that would be a good thing if you could spy that and we could just have that. Maybe you could give some money to all these other organisations to tell them to get gone. That's what we need. We just need one organisation that deals with everything, don't we, really? But the WBO interim that Parker's got, it's just a trinket belt, isn't it? Who cares if they strip him of that? He's not a world champion, is he? He's next in line to fight for it, or is he? Or if the WBO champion Usyk retires, Parker moves up as the champion, doesn't it? But that would be by default, wouldn't it, really? A bit like when he fought Ruiz for that vacant belt. That was by default, because it was Fury's belt, really, wasn't it? I mean, when you think about it, Fury opened it all up for these guys, didn't he, really? So you can understand him being a bit cheesed off, can't you? But just because you got beat on points by Usyk, don't mean to say because you opened all belts up that you should get any favours out there, but it is what it is, isn't it? But IBF, WBO, WBC, WBA, IBO, if you want to count that one, border control, are any of them any good? That state commission that sanctioned Mike Tyson to fight Jake Paul in a professional fight, what do we think to them? I don't care. Undisputed, will we be waiting another 25 years for another Undisputed? And if so, are we going to have people like Eddie Hills going on about all roads lead to Undisputed? Because they don't, do they? All roads don't lead to Undisputed. We've got Usyk as Undisputed champ, and how many days did he have all belts before they took one off him? Why is it always the IBF that break free first? A bit like when Fury got all them belts, didn't he? Except the WBC, the IBF broke free, didn't it? It's so wrong, and we've just had enough of it all, haven't we? Now, I've had enough. Quarter of a century awaited for Usyk, or an Undisputed champion. No, it just done my head in. Absolutely done my nothing. But hey ho, what can you do? We want to see people like Moses Atome coming through now, don't we? Really? That's what we want to see, Moses Atome coming through. Alright? People like him and Debar having a good reign. Let's get on to the next generation and that kid that Eddie's got. You know, this guy is going to bring me Moses Atome. Big Top will take that fight in a heartbeat. So let's get these guys going. Let's get the divisions all up and running. Because middleweight, super middleweight is dead in the water, and welterweight at the moment, innit? And heavyweights is, well, people keep saying it's fantastic at the moment, but they're scattered belts, so how can it be? We need one champion. That's all we need. Just one champion. Alright. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. It's been emotional. So, okie dokie. We've got Andy on Monday, so we'll get back into a routine again. Alright, I've had a little break and I'm ready to rock and roll. Alright, well, peace out. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And leaving a comment. We'll have Big Sean on next week as well. Alright, and who knows, Julian might come back. I know he's itching to get back on, aren't you, Julian? Hey, go on, pop, bang. Go on, peace out.